So our debate today, should Channel 4 be privatised? Joining me, the former head of Channel 4 News and Current Affairs, Dorothy Byrne, currently president of Mary Edwards College, Cambridge, and the former editor of The Sun, Kelvin Mackenzie. Welcome to you both. Kelvin, if I can start with you, what's the case against Channel 4?
Well, they've had an average to poor run. The percentage of all TV is remarkably low. But the reality is that free-to-air networks are going down in value, both in the UK and all around the world. Look at the state of a successful company like ITV, whose share price basically gives it a value of about 3 billion. That's why Channel 4 won't get a billion, because frankly, it's not worth it. And then when you look at their creative output, which all their supporters, of which they mainly seem to be lefties, frankly, let's be honest about it. Basically, it boils down to naked attraction, right? In which you get you get the family jewels out and get paid for it, and also Gogglebox, I think, and then the one that they bought in, which was the Great British Bake Off. And if that's what 40 years of creativity means, then frankly, if they get any money at all for this network, they should grab it right now.
Dorothy Byrne, Kelvin Mackenzie delicately describes the crown jewels. I think we know what he means. That sense in which Channel 4 pushed the boundaries of public service broadcasting in a way that people didn't always find edifying.
Well, one way in which we pushed the bounds of public service broadcasting was that Kelvin Mackenzie and I made a film for Channel 4 together called How to Save the Tories. And I think this was an excellent union of two different people. Kelvin actually ran out of ideas of how to save the Tories, and I had to help him fill in a few extra ones in order that we could reach 49 minutes. But the best bit in the programme, one of the best moments in British television, was when Kelvin explained that the reason the Tories were going badly was that their leader was bald, and said the Tories would never win with a bald leader. And Kelvin then put on a Margaret Thatcher wig. This was all on TV, true. And it's there for posterity. And the really strange thing, one of the magnificent moments of Channel 4, was that when Kelvin Mackenzie puts on a wig, he looks just like Margaret Thatcher. It's extraordinary.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dorothy Byrne, I did expect this debate would yield some interesting conclusions. That wasn't one of them. Sorry, Kelvin, go on.
Well, look, I don't doubt that putting a wig on me makes me more attractive. It's hard to be the reverse, wouldn't it? But on the serious note, the government should grab whatever money it can get hold of for a free-to-air network. If you talk to network providers in the US, the majors there, free-to-air networks are in massive decline. They can't find an audience. The audience that they can find doesn't seem to be attractive to advertisers. And what is happening is that the great television of our time, and I would recommend Disney Plus's Dope Sick and or The Dropout in that respect, all the great stuff, all the great movies are now being made by streamers. Now, I think that Channel 4 is not doing well now, and will actually, strangely, this is why I'm in favour of flogging it, right, will actually do even worse. I mean, they'll end up, they haven't even been as successful as Channel 5 of late. I mean, it is really a shocking state of affairs, and we should grab the money and grab it now. The government has no right to own TV. By the way, I'm not in favour of them being in the BBC business either. I'd flog that all off as well. But if Channel 4 is the beginning of what I think might be an argument, for instance, to say goodbye to, BBC Two and say goodbye to some of the radio exclusive networks, then that would be a good start as well.
Well, Dorothy Byrne, do you think this is the first shot in a bigger culture war by Nadine Dorries that ultimately leads us towards the BBC?
I don't think that this is about a culture war. I do think it's about the Tories throwing a bit of red meat to their right-wing supporters because they're in so much trouble. Let's look at some facts here. Channel 4's value to Britain is not about its financial value if it's flogged off. I actually think Kelvin is right. I don't think it's worth £1 billion. And I think that if the government puts in place restrictions saying it has to make news in prime time, etc., it will be worth less. But Channel 4 is of great value in British public life and debate. For example, it's just won almost every award going for It's a Sin,